Boy, hello there and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider for the Lost Revolution. It's Jamie Clough Gaming here, and this is part 31? Yeah, part 31. The footage, excuse me. Right. And in this part, I believe, we're going to do the trenches level, but first I need to remember to pick up that secret from the Chambers of Tulun. So, yeah, the secret that I missed the first time around. But it doesn't matter one bit, quite frankly, because you're supposed to do the missions, ideally, before you find the secrets. But yeah, I could probably demonstrate this if I tried to climb Lara now. He would knock me down. Yeah, so if I try to climb the ladder with the Minotaur out, he'll knock me back down. I'll just demonstrate that. That's fantastic. Now we move on to the trench level and get that secret beforehand, of course. And then we need to come back to the Chambers of Tulun for a third time and complete the other mission that is in this level. So, yeah. I'm not sure whether this music would go off if you actually managed to run the Centaur over the bike, but I mean the Minotaur. I can barely say it. The Senator's a horse. Minotaur is as well, whatever that is. I didn't know what it was called when I first played the game, to be frank. Oh, so only have to read guides and stuff. So yeah, this is the, I think, only the second secret of Chambers of Tulun and the final secret of Chambers of Tulun. Bear in mind that we still have to go all the way back to see if they're dead if we want that secret that's hidden in there. So, and we do. So there's going to be one of these parts going to have a lot of load screens on it that aren't cut out. The secret, at least in this game, when you get a secret noise, doesn't knock the soundtrack off, like Tomb Raider 2. So, and the secret's going to go. Oh my god, you get a lot of. You got a lot of items in it and stuff, and oh my god. You should have 58 secrets now. I've got 60. I've already explained. And yeah, that's 60 of 70. I'm going to 10 more secrets to get, but of course it's 12 more, so I end up with more secrets than there is by 2. Yeah, it's weird commentating on it when you've already recorded and edited every part in the game, so if you go back to an earlier part, I'm trying to remember what process was back then, and I just cannot really remember it with any degree of accuracy. And the process was probably, I forgot the secret the first time, I've got to get it this time. Well, I think I had to consult Stella to remember where it was, admittedly. And yeah, we'll have to come back through this level a third time later on. For now, though, we're done with the Chambers of Tulun for now. And I actually think there's another secret in the other bit of the level, actually, that I'll come back to later. So I think there's 3 secrets in total in this level. Right now we're on the trenches. I've very deliberately left the load screen in since it's another level. And well, there's a part of this level we can't access yet unless you glitch the game so that you don't need the key, but that's cheating. And of course I won't cheat in this Let's Play unless it's absolutely unavoidable. And since it's avoidable in this game, because you have plenty of what you need, I should have actually had a bonus part where I demonstrated the cheats, because that would have been fun, but never mind, that didn't happen. I could still make one, but the problem is that wouldn't really be part of the Let's Play, so I'd probably just do it as a one-off video. And that might get more views, consequently, as it wouldn't be called Let's Play before. It would just be a video on the secrets. I mean the cheats, not the secrets. What the hell am I going about? I don't know. There it is again. I do not know instead of don't know. It doesn't matter really, it's the sort of thing, I don't care. So, there's a soldier there, and there's another one there. Now, being as you've talked to them, you'd think they'd be friendly after you talk to them, but no, those soldiers there, they always try and kill you, so you have to kill all of the ones that don't talk to you, you have to kill them. So, I'm not sure why that is, because in previous games, when you talk to the leader, the guy to stop trying to attack you, like in London, in Lud's Gate, yeah, that's it. And so you won't be able to hear this, hopefully. Then again, if you do, you won't be able to hear what it is, at least, and therefore I can't get any copyright claims. Now he acts like he himself is one of the CENTRY guns. He's not. I think he actually has a shotgun, a machine gun, and a grenade launcher all at the same time. That gun must be pretty awesome. In fact, I'd like to have a gun that's 3 different types of gun at the same time. That'd be quite cool. I know we sort of did in Chronicles with the sniper rifle that has different modes of snipe. Be they slow or fast and intermediary, and that's a good touch, but it's not really the same thing as far as I'm concerned. I want a gun that's shotgun, a grenade gun, and a machine gun just for the sheer hell of it, you know. And that would be possible, I think. Well, maybe it is possible in these TRLA things to give Lara a weapon like the weapon he's got. It would simply just be a matter of remopping it to Lara rather than the enemies. But one of the TRLAs is actually slaughtering Native American Indians, which is a bit insensitive culturally, since Native American Indians were never the bad guy, so to speak. But that said, some of the things you see on DeviantArt, they certainly are the bad guy. Despite the fact that they were in America first, like thousands of years before it was discovered by anyone else. But that's what humans do to each other. I'm sure I've touched on this previously. It's what humans do to each other. Especially a few hundred years ago, we just invaded other countries, conquered them, made them ours. And that's the way it was in the medieval times and so on. So, well, before that as well. When you think about it, humanity hasn't really been civilized for very long, has it? Well, as long as we've been civilized for about 200 years. Well, since the Victorian times. But, we still have wars with each other, so we're not that civilized. But of course, most of us who on the soldiers level, you get the picture, you know. And if this was the PC version, he would still be firing those guys, they wouldn't be damaging her. In the PlayStation version, they do damage her and they can kill her quite easily. So it's quite a sharp difference, that I'd say. I'm not sure why that is, actually, why they don't damage her in the PC version. Because I think they are supposed to, given that he's firing an otter to kill her, and the PC version is invincible from grenades in some areas. The PS version, which is a port of the PC version, technically, and probably the Dreamcast version as well, you do get damage that I haven't played the Dreamcast version because I've never run a Dreamcast, so. And at the moment, I probably won't get one for several months yet, but I'd like to play the Dreamcast version just to see how much better it is graphically than the PS version. I've seen a screen that tells you roughly the differences, and the Dreamcast version seemed to be a lot closer to the PC version than the PS version in terms of graphics. As you'd expect, being it a 6th generation console, but essentially, however, it's still a 5th generation game on a 6th generation console, so it doesn't necessarily look as good as it could do on a 6th generation console. If there was a 6th generation version developed for the 6th generation console, then it would look a lot better probably, but it would look more like Age of Darkness, in fact. So, but there wasn't, if you know what I mean. So then you have to shoot that wooden thing. I've chosen to... I don't know why I've come up this way, because you can't get very far at the moment. I don't have a key that you need, so I don't know why I've demonstrated this path first. What I should have done is done the trenches part, which the level is named after, first. But I didn't do that for some reason. It's just a matter of choice, really. It doesn't really make a difference. You still have to do both areas, but it means I have to come up here again because the door's shut this time, so I can't really do much. So it's less efficient, I guess, doing this, but never mind. What is done is done. And they certainly do make some monkey swings in Tomb Raider 4. Maybe not as much as they do in Tomb Raider 3, mind, when they're first introduced, but the skeleton monkey swing there. Where it looks like bones. And yet more locusts appeared there, which is very nice. Oh, there's a man to kill, I guess. And if you kill him this time, he doesn't respawn. So it's not like Spyro 2 where you go back in the level, the enemies you killed have all respawned. So what the hell, I've already killed these guys. But yes, you see that door you need a key for. I don't have the key yet, so I can't go any further. There is a way of cheating it so you can skip past that area. I could have demonstrated that and then not actually went through with it, but that is a hell of a shortcut, by the way, and I actually think you'd actually bypass that whole mission in terms of Tulin, for instance. That would be one hell of a shortcut, for instance, but we're not going to bypass that mission, and we're going to go to the trenches part very soon, and when we go to that part, I'll better be prepared, that's for certain. I mean, there's a lot of guns, and if you go right up from the sight, you're on fire as well as machine gun, you can sight on fire. You won't be damaged enough, you know, but then they haven't spared any capabilities. And that chute there that's from the strict resource, so you do come back into this level later on. It's all very, it makes sense. As a sentry, because as soon as they see you, they've got a radar screen. As soon as they see you, they fire at you. But if they can't see you, they stop. And that means that if they can't see you, you won't get shot. So, flies and silver mines and all that. But the only reason why I can't see this is as soon as I come back, I'll see. I'll probably start all over again, rather. Damn, I didn't cut the save feature out. I should have done. Never mind. So. Yeah, this is a good sound, sort of. I want something more feisty. Yeah, so the way of avoiding that gun is to crawl. But then when you go up to sit in front of a mission, she does. If there was a pool of water there, I could have perhaps put her out, but there isn't. Okay. So, now I did that just to demonstrate it. Not because I didn't know what I was doing. I know what you do here, and I have known what you do here for, well, even 6 years ago I knew what you did, and I did it. So, and 6 years later I'm coming back to it, and I still remember exactly everything you had to do. It's not something I can actively think about, it's just something somewhere in my mind that sticks. But there we go. The mind is like that, you know, you don't actually have to think everything out. Some things you just know by instinct, and so yeah, the only way you can kill these guns, you get behind them and shoot that thing on its back, and you have to use the revolver. You can't use a crossbow for some reason. You would think actually that it wouldn't matter, but it does. You have to specifically use a revolver, otherwise you won't be able to destroy it. You'd think the explosive crossbow rounds would blow in the bits, but they don't. You have to use a revolver. Anyway, so you've got to sort of conserve your revolver ammo to destroy these guns, but you don't really, because you've got plenty-ish. You only need a handful of rounds to destroy them all anyway. Which is good. You don't want to go any further here. There's another gun. And I don't want to kneel. I can't kneel properly. Nor do I want to flip the table over like that freak instant where I smashed the screen. But I just thought I'd show you what happens if you do go further. It's set on fire and you die. I do show all of the pitfalls in this level, to my credit. No, I don't want to be being that stupid. Come on. And of course, I do game when I'm not recording, but mainly I to play games that I will probably never LP. The Gran Turismo games and what have you. Mind you, I was considering doing a full LP of Gran Turismo 2 because it's quite a big game, but it's not as big or as hard as, say, the 4th game, for example, or the 5th one. So, I mean, and the great thing about Gran Turismo 2 is all you have to do is the license tests. You can do them all at once without having to do any races in between. And you get access to all the races when you've done all the license tests. It's the quickest way to do the game, and the only snag with that game is the manufacturer events are a bit of a chore. But I have actually got to 100% on the PS3. Did all the manufacturer events. And there's one where you have to change the language to German to get it to 100%. That's what I have to do. My version could only get 100%. I've heard some versions can get over 101%. Whether that would be possible for my version, I don't think so. But it might be, you never know. But I did everything there was to do, so probably not. And who's that shooting me? It's not a sentry gun, it's a man. Lara's getting shot to death. Oh my god. Well, I didn't. I did. And I've cut it out, thankfully. So, yeah, those pipes are really tricky to get past as well, with the poisonous gas in them. Actually, I really do like this mission in Trenches. Trenches isn't a good level. Trenches is one of the levels where I like it, you know. It might not be a favorite level, but it's a good level. You know, I like the challenge and the thought behind it must have been big, you know. What's going on there? So, what the this is, and yet here I am at like, what time is it actually? Well, I'm still alright, it's 9:20. If I was doing this at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd be in trouble, frankly. But that is until I move to somewhere that's a bit quieter than this. Like a proper house, for example. And you don't necessarily want to go too far over this way either. What you want to do is go in that crawl space to get your weapon code key. You definitely need to do that. For some reason I've chosen to save game. It's a very wise decision. But yeah, you do need to hydrate when you're commentating, otherwise you'll run out of gas, like I did during the last part, sort of, but well, who cares. And this guy over here, you need the weapons code key. Then we've got that, it's going to harm you, but if you go over without it, he'll shoot you to bits and set you on fire and all sorts. And then you fall off and die. There. So there's not really a way of getting past them without the weapons code key. And even if you did, he'd set you on fire and you'd probably burn to death anyway. So it's not very pleasant, but it's worth demonstrating, and that's what I've done, of course. And yeah. Yeah, so go into that crossbase with unfortunately you have to avoid the deadly noxious gas that's coming out of the pipes. That takes a lot of life off you, especially if you get stuck in the pipe like I've just done there. Oh no, I'm gonna die here. I've reloaded the game. Oh, that's great. Oh, it's hilarious. Obviously I would have been a bit pissed off at my inadequacy here, so I've reloaded the game and I'll try again. But yeah, I like this level. I've said that about 300 million times. It's nothing that you'll be blown away by, but it is quite intricate. Yes. You see, I could have been an art critic myself, but that time has passed and I might still be one day. I don't know if I'm going to live that long. White rice. That soldier there, you see, he's dead. You see, you don't have to kill him, you see. But he had a weapons code key that you need. And you don't actually have to use the weapon code key. All you have to do is have it on you. And it's one of the only items in the game that you pick up and you don't use. In fact, I think it would be the only item in the game that you don't use it, that goes in your inventory, apart from Von Croy's glasses. But while Von Croy's glasses are completely useless, other than for the novelty, the weapons code key will protect you from that gun, because when you've got this key, the gun won't attack you anymore. It'll follow you around as it does, and that should mean that you can't get around the back of it and kill it either. But I wasn't having that. I wanted to kill it anyway. So it's a bit cruel. It's a bit cruel. But what can you do? I wanted to destroy all of the sentry guns, even the ones that were friendly, so to speak. I don't know why, actually, some of the sentry guns, City of the Dead are friendly, as in they don't shoot you, but you don't have weapons code key then. So what's stopping them from trying to kill you? I don't know. So, yeah. But this one specifically need a weapons code key, because initially it does try and kill you. That's probably the reason why. It's programmed to shoot you unless you get the code key. That's probably... So, but I'm trying to aim at this gun, but the problem is, the only way to destroy it is to fire that oval on its back. If you can't hit that, you won't destroy it. And you can try hitting any other part of it, and you won't get anywhere. But I managed to, yeah, you're not really, it's supposed to follow you around, but it didn't there. And now I can destroy it. And I have to, even though it was, I had the code key, it made it friendly and then I destroyed it. I'm probably the only one that's ever attempted to do that on this planet. But yeah, it's so satisfying just to destroy them all, regardless of whether they're friendly or unfriendly, you know. They're all part of the same side, they're all potentially a threat, so Lara Croft is a trained killer, you know, just to destroy every threat that there is. And that box looks a bit weak. It is. So, but don't waste your ammunition, just use pistols. Because it's not an enemy, you know. You know this, I don't know why I'm talking about it really, I'm just, it's turning into a walkthrough, it was meant to be a let's play. Yeah, that's part of it. Brilliant. But yeah, the trenches isn't that long either. Many of the levels in Cairo aren't really that long, you know, but they all have a purpose and they all interlink with each other. Right. It might not be immediately obvious, but you have to wrench this part off the Jeep with your crowbar and pick it up. You can't really do without it. It's a valve pipe. You combine it with the nitrous oxide and it becomes a nitrous oxide feeder. That is the item complete, and now you can put that on your bike and it will make a hell of a difference when you put a boost on. It will actually have a boost, whereas before it didn't. So you couldn't increase the speed at all. So now you can, so that's fantastic. And I've saved the game quite wisely there. Didn't cut the save out though. Forgot. Didn't realise there was one. Delete as appropriate, you know. So now I have to go back to the Chains of Tulun, of course. I mean, for the third time. So yeah. But even though the second visit wasn't really a visit, it was just to get to the trenches. I had to go back through the Chains of Tulun. Oh my god. I haven't just ran past a big medipack and ignored it, have I? I have? Oh my god. I've just missed a large medipack and I've seen it. Oh my god. I've just missed a big pickup there. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed with that. I didn't even seem to notice it. I just missed a huge medipack. There's a big medipack as well. Like, oh my god. Oh. I don't think I would have seen it and gone back for it. That wouldn't make any sense. No. I absolutely missed that. There you go. You see, I don't get all the pickups all the time. It's a secret that I'm trying to get all of. Not necessarily all the pickups. Because that would be, I think, harder to get every single pickup. I get most of them, having said that, but I clearly just missed a gigantic medipack there. It's like an idiot. I ran past it. Oh my god. To be fair, it wasn't very well lit. I probably couldn't see it at the time, but it's funny the things you spot in it and like you don't spot at the time you see, so but having a second look and thinking, hang on a minute. In my boundless enthusiasm to put this thing on the bike, I've missed a very point, but never mind. Well, if it's a small one, either a big one. But I know I said that you get plenty, but you get plenty large ones. Not so much for the small one, evidently. But yeah, like I said, I probably over exaggerated that because if you use too many of them, you've got to be careful because later on in the game, supplies are a bit more limited than they are at the start. And I think I don't actually do anything else in this video for the remaining 25 seconds of it.